Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Emily writes in, I often plan to catch up on work on planes, but I end up fumbling through papers and hunting for outlets. On long trips, I need to be productive. What do you recommend focusing on? If you travel a lot, you need to know how to make the most of your time on planes. I first started working on planes when I started speaking on entrepreneurship and leadership. I would board, thinking, this is a great chance to get some work done. After all, my speech ran 45 minutes and the flight was an hour and a half, which left half an hour for Q&A with a captive audience of a couple hundred people. Sadly, not all the passengers were as excited about entrepreneurship as I am. And did you know that airplanes carry straitjackets? They even have muzzles. With laptops, it's tempting to bring your entire office with you when you fly. Don't. Planes are perfect for the things you can't do in your normal office. Your office is a mishmash of phone calls, emails, text messages, interruptions, and multitasking. In other words, utterly unproductive time that erodes your brain and turns you into an anxiety-ridden hair-trigger explosion waiting to happen. Reproducing that on a plane is a bad idea. I recommend not bringing a laptop and doing your plane work on paper. Working on paper gives you time to think about what you're doing and do a really good job. Paper needs no power cords, and besides, with a laptop, the person next to you can clearly read your entire strategic plan. You may not care now, but when you walk into the negotiating room and she turns out to be the CEO of the company you're negotiating with, you'll regret it. True story. Even work like designing slides or writing a first draft can go faster on paper than with a computer. That's because on a computer, we get sucked into adjusting our font sizes, choosing our clip art, and creating transitions. With paper, we concentrate purely on content and can type it in later. How to focus better on planes. Unless you bring your laptop, planes are ideal for focus activities like analyzing. Bring your Eastern Division sales data and you might really notice that polka dots are the new herringbone. You'd never spot that back in your office. Speculating is another focus activity. Your boss wants market forecasts for 2013. You think she's crazy. Between peak oil, global warming, and the 2012 Mayan apocalypse, it's hard to know the demand for plastic back scratchers manufactured in Chichen Itza. But a plane flight gives time to really speculate about the forecasts. You might realize that thanks to the Mayan apocalypse, there won't be a January 2013, so you can safely forecast zero sales. And of course, creating is the most fun activity of all. Brainstorm, jot down ideas, draw, mind map, let your brain run wild, and plane flights can be great for creativity. If you don't have any focus work, or you can't focus, do mindless activities instead. Finish those unfinished expense reports, those letters of recommendation, and thank you cards. Or read. Catch up on all those articles you saved, thinking you read someday. Guess what? It's someday. Or read books. As you can imagine, I read lots of vampire novels. I would read zombie novels, but they remind me way too much of work. Only bring 1 or 2 projects on board with you. Put each one in a single file folder. Keep one folder out to work on and keep the other one in your carry-on. When it's time to switch, just swap the folders. Since there's only one folder in the bag to grab, you won't have to rummage. Just reach in, grab it, and you know you have the right one. Also, having 2 projects is motivational. You procrastinate your sales report by working on Melvin's 360-degree evaluation. Then, you procrastinate finishing Melvin's evaluation by working on the sales report. Perpetual motivation through perfect synergy. Also, if you travel often, put together a business travel kit. Fill a small satchel with the business stuff you need for a plane. A pencil, extra cell phone and laptop chargers, earphones, calculator, pins, and of course a voodoo doll of your boss to stick the pins into. When it's time to travel, grab your kit and go. Even with all this, you may find you just can't work on planes. Don't force it. Leisure is essential to life. Your plane flight can be a time to relax and smell the flowers. Due to recent security regulations, you need to bring the flowers in a clear plastic bag. You can't bring very many, so bring really smelly flowers. Use your plane flights for focus work that you can't usually do in an office, analyzing, speculating, and creating. If you can't focus on planes, go to the opposite extreme. Do all the brainless tasks you usually put off. Bring only 2 projects at a time, and create a business travel kit so you never need to go hunting for everything you need to work on the plane. This is Steve Robbins. Today's transcript has links to global warming, peak oil, the Mayan apocalypse, multitasking, and mind maps. Find it all at getitdone.com/transcript. www.quickanddirtytips.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.